So as you stated earlier, that 0.01% of DNA, they actually found 4 people's DNA on that firearm, none of which was TORY's. Not to mention there was 0 fingerprints on the actual magazine. And also, too, as you said, 0.01% chance. I mean, that evidence in itself should pretty much speak for itself.
And did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
Lie.
Yes, bitch, I lied to Gail King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch was always gonna talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice, on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my fucking mind.
So in light of the new evidence coming out that Tory Lanez might be innocent, Meg Thee Stallion decided to put out this statement right here. And the craziest thing about this statement after reading the whole thing is where she said, "Why would I, Megan Thee Stallion, lie?" Referring to yourself in the third person to try to use that as a way to justify that you've never told a lie is a crazy take to begin with. It's like you having a conversation with someone, they look at you and say, "I never tell a lie." The first thing you're going to think is, you just lied. Well, exactly. I guess the post that she put up wasn't getting the sympathy that she wanted because she ended up turning off the comment section because there was a lot of free Tory in the comment section. And shortly after Meg released that post, this representative, Anna Luna, released this statement saying that they have new evidence proving that Tory is innocent. And then at the end of the statement saying that if it's proven that he's innocent, everybody that lied on Tory Lanez will be held accountable. I keep saying it, it was not a coincidence that they made an attempt on this man's life as soon as all these potential evidence starts to surface. So if it's proven that she lied, Meg, you need to get the same sentence that Tory Lanez was going to get and free that man Tory ASAP, if that's the truth.
Megan Thee Stallion is crashing out right now. She's seen the new evidence, now she done went on this rant. Y'all can pause it now to read what she said. But she obviously delusional. She claiming Tory Lanez is harassing her. The man just had a failed assassination attempt, probably by you and your team, and got stabbed 14 times. I promise you, you the last person he trying to harass. You know when she said she was protecting Tory Lanez from the police? This is why she didn't tell the police officers that he shot her. So ironic that she cared about his life then, after he allegedly shot her, right? He just almost lost his life. You ain't send your prayers. You ain't say you hope he was okay. Instead, you got online and lied and said he was harassing you.
Yo, this girl is delusional and self-centered. Imagine this man literally just went through a failed assassination attempt. And you're going to talk about leave me alone, Tory, in this bullshit-ass statement she put out. Tory, please leave me alone. You a fucking demon. The nigga ain't thinking about you. The nigga ain't harassing you. Why would you even want a restraining order against someone who is not even free? That's how crazy and delusional this girl is. Bro, I'm not even finna read all this bullshit right here, bro, because this is a ton load of shit. But addressing her, why would she lie? Why would I, Meg Thee Stallion, lie? You mean like how you lied to Gayle King that you weren't in a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez, you weren't intimate with Tory Lanez, then go on later on in your documentary and admitted that you lied? Come on now. You didn't sleep with Tory Lanez. The minute I saw this picture, I know that nigga cracked, bro. Look at that nigga. Hands up in the air, giving God thanks. Pelvic out. The dog a brace it for you. The dog a brace it for you, ask you if you remember that. I know the minute them two you start fuck when me see that picture ya. That's how a short nigga who just dust down something bigger than him would a react and take a picture. That's the celebratory stance right there as a short man with just dust down something way bigger than him. Look how Megan Thee Stallion bigger than him, man. She's about like 2 feet taller than this nigga. I know that as a short man, me love squatting a pussy. You understand what I say? So me know say that skin out that and a squat with them little blood clot short self. That just a drop hood in her hole. That's how any short nigga would take a picture when him dust down something bigger than him. That's the celebratory stance. And look for Megan Thee Stallion face. Yeah, he beat it up. Yeah, man, counter. And they underestimate the short boss them too much, man. Me know say the dog crack. Look for Megan Thee Stallion face, bro. Remember the blood clot leprechaun cocky. Oh, I'm to you. Look at that nigga face. That nigga say, yeah, boy. But anyway, Megan Thee Stallion is a rascal liar. But people, a representative from Florida named Anna Paulina Luna. Right now, she have some evidence right now that she said can clear Tory Lanez name. You understand, people? So right here, Representative Anna Paulina Luna said, we have compelling evidence proving Tory Lanez innocence, and it will be released within the next 36 hours. Well, I am doing this a day after she put this out. You understand me? I say, so let's say she put this out yesterday. I am now reading it today. So the 36 hours will probably soon reach this enough for the evidence to be released. Those who rushed to call for his incarceration and worse yet pushed false evidence should be prepared to be held accountable. So obviously right here, it is insinuating that people hurried this case because the agenda was clear. Get Tory. You can't fool us. We are not dumb. The people are smart enough to be able to see through all of the suppression of evidence that you guys were after an incarceration, not justice. So right here again, she said, I am calling on Governor Newsom, California governor, to review Tory Lanez's case and issue a pardon. His 10-year sentence was based on flawed evidence, political pressure, and prosecutorial bias. Justice must be blind, not driven by headlines. Free Tory Lanez. Another tweet she put out was, Tory Lanez's defense was denied full access to DNA evidence. Something's fishy right there. Entire samples were used up by prosecution before defense testing. Reports weren't shared until just before trial. That's a violation of due process. Again, another flaw in this case that Representative Anna Paulina Luna is issuing on Twitter. Tory Lanez was sentenced to 10 years despite having no prior record, largely due to a firearm enhancement law now under scrutiny for racial bias. Black defendants face a 92% higher rate of this enhancement. That's not justice. That's discrimination. We are all these pro-black people who complain anytime the system do wrong by black people. This is wrong right here. Black people, right? They face a 92% higher rate of getting this enhancement on their cases, meaning they'll get more time. We're all the pro-black people who are against the system so much. Oh, sorry. Sorry, you're not pro-black enough to stand up for Tory Lanez because he shot a black woman. All right, well, if you say he shot a black woman, Representative Anna Paulina Luna said the forensic evidence in the Lanez case was deeply flawed. 0.01 chance his DNA was on the firearm. 0% chance on the magazine. No fingerprints. DNA from 4 individuals found. Tory wasn't a primary contributor. Key gunshot residue tests never performed on others. This raises serious doubt. And people are going to act like the people who are rooting for Tory Lanez are some kind of monsters. We don't care about black women because a black woman was shot. If Megan Thee Stallion was indeed shot, Tory Lanez didn't shoot her. That's what we are trying to say. You guys are putting away an innocent man. 0.01 chance of his DNA was found. And it says 0.01 chance his DNA was on the firearm. And a 0% on the magazine. No fingerprints. DNA from 4 individuals found. Tory wasn't a primary contributor. And you guys are telling us that the court has ruled. How many times has the court ruled when the person was innocent and yet they were still proven guilty? How many black men and black women were railroaded by this justice system? But because your favorite rapper or singer or whatever the hell she is, I think she's an actor. Because your favorite actress, Megan Thee Stallion, was shot. You pinning it on a black man. Why does Kelsey need immunity? Why did she need immunity if she did nothing wrong? Think about those things. I think the people who are just blindly rooting for Meg Thee Stallion, 2 things. Is either you were brought up to hate men or you have no critical thinking skills. If his DNA and fingerprints weren't on the weapon, how did he shoot her? Now the people are saying, oh, Meg Thee Stallion, she wasn't the one who brought him to court. The city did. Okay, and the reason why he got brought to court was because she lied and said he shot her. So this whole situation is her fault. Him getting stabbed 14 times, her fault. Him getting 10 years, her fault. If Meg indeed got shot, which I don't believe because that cut looks more consistent to being cut by a glass bottle like she said first, then I could say, all right then, yeah. But no, if she indeed got shot, it wasn't Tory Lanez. No, this is Representative Anna Luna right here on what news station? I don't even know what news station this is. But please to listen to the audio right here, people.
Yeah, so as you know, we are on oversight and accountability, and so this case was actually initially flagged for me by Amber Rose, and the reason why I took a particular interest in it is because of the fact that they actually had evidence that they presented to me in my office that actually disproved the conviction. So as you stated earlier, that 0.01% of DNA, they actually found 4 people's DNA on that firearm, none of which was Tory's. Not to mention there was 0 fingerprints on the actual magazine, and also too, as you said, 0.01% chance. I mean, that evidence in itself should pretty much speak for itself. Also, there's been ring footage that's been obtained that actually disproves the whole dance, Megan. And so what we're seeing is really there was a case of he said, she said. The evidence wasn't actually respected and properly adhered to actually in the trial. And then they also were doing something that I would find pretty wild and egregious. They're actually submitting his lyrics for rap as evidence to the crime. So look, first and foremost, you have to have a free and fair society. That means we need to respect and uphold the justice system. So I actually reached out today to Gavin Newsom's office, and we are requesting an emergency meeting. We're also working with other Democrats, specifically to the California delegation. But I think that this is something that's pretty egregious, that the way that this was handled, the way that it was. I think that it was largely driven by headlines. And aside from the people involved and the parties involved. Obviously, I take domestic violence, I take this very seriously, Chris, but I also take very seriously the fact that I do believe, based on the evidence that I've seen, that Tory's innocent. And I think that it sets a really bad message when you have someone of his stature and also to someone that is as influential as he is, that's being wrongfully incarcerated. And that's exactly why we wanted to use our megaphone for a good reason and help get him his pardon, which I think he'll get.
So Luna, who?
Listen to me. Shout out to Representative Luna. She's not even from Cali where the case was tried. She's from Florida, and she's a Republican asking Democrats to revisit this case right here. Democrats sent him away. I thought the Republican them did racist. Matter of fact, I don't even care who get Tory Lanez out of prison, but get this man out. This man don't deserve to be in there. No, she also said ring footage was obtained that disprove what she said about dance, bitch. Bro, that is some old school type shit. Dance, bitch. Bam, bam. Get up, dance. We ain't in the 60s and 70s. If man are dirty, man are dirty. Dance, bitch. From here, I'm like, dance, bitch. What the hell? Representative Anna Luna. Big up your badness, mama. I like you. Mexican goddess. You mean? Yo, people, I don't know. Yo, this is crazy. You understand? But more only for tell me what to think about the whole of this, because me personally think a lot of people are going to be in trouble because they lied to incarcerate a black man. So make me know what to think, guys. They don't know say One Nation and Imara Nation. Make sure someone like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so we can grow the farm. You understand?